What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Alex's Toy Show.
Box number 5. Box number 5 is starts my Donruss series. Donruss, obviously is a brand, and they where did they come around? They came around in like 81, I want to say, 81, 82. I want to say 81, and they rivaled. Well,
They didn't rival. I guess
they they fought for the forefront with Fleer and Topps at the time. It was just the three brands. But then come 1984 Donruss was just, it was a home run. And fortunately, Andy Van Slyke came up in 84. So his Donruss rookies are 1984 Donruss. And it's just a sweet looking card. It's a sweet looking set. The whole border, the back. Here's the back. 84 Donruss. Absolutely. And then pretty much everything afterwards, 85 Donruss is right here. I'll get to 86 and everything on afterwards. Let's take a look at the box. Now, what's pretty cool about 84 Donruss is it's priced higher than the Topps and Fleer cards. So here are my 84 Donruss rookies.
There's a lot. Now, in this container, this is a 2,000 count box, and there's 1, 2, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3. I'm sorry, there's 6. 6 rows to put your cards in. This is what the box looks like. Let me move the Van Slyke cards out of the way. So there's 2 rows in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4 rows in the front. So if you figure you divide, 2,000 by 6, you get a number, and that's how many cards are in each row. And I have almost, I'll show you what the row looks like with the cards in there. Here is Andy Van Slyke. So there's, there's a lot. It's an easy 300 right there. I'm not going to sit here and count it, but, I have a lot of them. What's kind of cool is when I do this. Okay. All right, I'll stop it, I said. 84 Donruss. I have a good amount of 85 Donruss. 85 Donruss was a little hard to come by, and not only was it hard to come by, it was hard to find mint. Oh, I just unminted that card. I'm trying to grab these out of the pack. This is my pile of 85 Donruss. Now, what happens is, the 85 Donruss card, it's a black border, and you can see, like right there, I'm pretty sure you can make that out. Maybe not. Let me see if I can focus a little. Maybe in the final video, maybe I can edit that a little better. But the corners were tough to come by. Sharp corners. There we go, a little bit. See? You can see the, that's not straight. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at the next one, it's not, it's fine, I guess. But that's expected of 85 Donruss. It's something that is understood to not be mint. Same with 86 Donruss. 86 Donruss had the same problem, only with blue. They had blue borders instead of black borders, and so the wholly off-centering. You can see this border is a lot thicker than that border is. It's just how it was back in the day. Sometimes you find a good one. They're not always cut the same height. There's cards that are like a smidge, like a millimeter longer than others. Like, I'll show you what I mean here. Let me put all these cards, all these 86 Donruss cards I put back in this plastic container. Now, if they were all the same height, they wouldn't stick up the way they do. You see what I'm saying? They're different heights. But, that's 86 Donruss. I don't think 85 Donruss had that trouble. I think it was just 86. Maybe they lost count on how many lines they had to cut. What's my next pile here? I got more 86 Donruss, and then I got 87 Donruss. Now 87 Donruss was significant for me because that's when Van Slyke got traded from the Cardinals to the Pirates. This is his 87 Donruss regular card. What's cool is I have a couple of rack packs still sealed with Van Slyke showing. And then if you look, there's a Oral Hershiser. He does commentary now. I forget what station. Oh, and then, by the way, you know that guy Greg Maddux? You know, he had a lot of success for the Braves? Yeah. There's a rated rookie right there. No big deal. So I have two I'm trying to get that back in the pile there. I have two sealed rack packs. Let me go to the aerial view here. I have two sealed rack packs. This is all 87 Donruss. This is all 87 Donruss. And then in the back here, where you see it's a little smoother, there is 87 Donruss opening day. Now, a lot of the brands were, let me put that back down. A lot of the brands were doing the update series at the end of their regular series. Topps was doing it. Fleer was doing it. Topps did the Topps Traded. That was their big trademark. Complimentary set to the full set that was out all year long for updated players. Like, you know, sometimes you catch a rookie. Sometimes free agents signed to another team. If there's any trades, you see your guy in the new uniform, you know? Or, you know, if it's a rookie, you see him up in a card for that year where he wasn't in the full set. It's a little different than what they do now. Like they do now, they put out Series 1, Series 2, and then Topps does an update set. Back in the day, there was no Series 1 or 2. It was just a full series, and then you had the update set. That's a difference. So what was cool about this was 87 Donruss. This was their opening day series. He's pictured here on the Pirates. And here's a little story there. Pause and read it. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then they did it a second year, 88 Donruss opening day. 88 Donruss had you know, the black bars, but with a blue border, and their opening day set had the yellow border. And there's not as many of these going around, but I have, as to no surprise, quite a few of them. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What else? Early 80s Donruss. This is the box 5. What else can I tell you about this? I don't know. Does everybody know who Van Slyke was traded for? Or traded with and for? He went over to the Pirates for, does it say? No, I guess it doesn't say. Oh, no, it does. They acquired him from the Cardinals, April 1st, in a blockbuster trade for Tony Pena. Tony Pena was a catcher back in the day, and he was probably one of the greatest catchers of the 80s. There's a lot of, you know, good catchers in the game, but, you know, in the 80s, he was probably one of the best ones. Maybe Don Slaught and Benito Santiago, Gary Carter. Trying to think about any others. Nothing really comes to mind. I'm sure I'm leaving somebody out. Like, oh my God, you left out this guy. But Pena was, you know, a great catcher, and the Cardinals were looking to, you know, beef up their team. And here you go. They said, hey, you know, we'll just schlep you these 3 guys. Although these 3 guys weren't very, you know, schleppy. Van Slyke was a platoon outfielder at the time, and, you know, he was capable of starting. And with the Pirates, he started. You know, he went on to win several, I think 6 Gold Gloves with the Pirates. And he also got traded with catcher Mike LaVallery, who started for the Pirates for a couple of years. And then Mike Dunn, who was a relief pitcher, played with the Pirates for a couple of years. And LaVallery and Dunn were both rookies at the time. So, you know, you're getting Tony Pena, who's an established star for Van Slyke, and 2 rookies. So, you know, it was a crazy trade. You know, no doubt there. Okay, so I have quite a few here. I have 3, 6, 8 graded rookies. Now this Andy Van Slyke is done through PSA. It's a near mint 8. And that just signifies how tough it was to get these cards mint. And, you know, I'm looking at this card, and, I mean, obviously you can't see what they graded it for. They don't really say on the back other than, you know, their seal. But, you know, they check for borders, they check for corners. Obviously, they check for the gloss on the card, if there's gloss, or if it's scratched up. You know, the surface condition, just overall. Centering, you know, up and down, left and right. You know, and this guy got you an 8. And, you know, looking in the plastic here, I mean, you know, these are sealed. You can't pop these out, but that looks like a good card. Clearly there was something wrong with it, that it's only an 8. Then I have a 9. Not too shabby. Another 9. Another 9 from Beckett, which is kind of nice, because Beckett is a little more recognized, I think, than PSA. PSA? Who was that? PSA. PSA. So that's a 9. Then I have from... ooh, where the hell is this? Beckett. I also have from Beckett a 10 or better. 10 mint or better. I don't know. And, you know, this doesn't look as centered as that 8. Actually, the 8 looks a little better than this. But, I mean, I guess it's all in who grades the card, you know? Here's from GMA grading, another 10. PSA, here's a Gem Mint 10. And SGC, a Gem Mint 10. Pretty cool. And those are all my graded cards. And that concludes the Box 5. Like this video, leave me a comment, and subscribe for more.